But this is the breaking news that we can give to our viewers at this juncture. The Supreme Court has asked the Pakistan Prime Minister to step down from office. In effect, it means the entire cabinet will have to step down along with the Pakistan Prime Minister. Let's remind our viewers, 2 months back, the Supreme Court had convicted the Pakistan Prime Minister for contempt for refusing to ask the Swiss authorities to reopen corruption cases against the president. And in effect of that, now has asked the Pakistan Prime Minister to step down from office. Dramatic developments taking place at this juncture. The Supreme Court of Pakistan has declared Prime Minister Yousuf Raza Gilani ineligible to hold office. Along with him, his entire cabinet will step down, pushing Pakistan in political quandary as we speak. He has been declared ineligible to be the Prime Minister ever since the verdict in the contempt case had been announced way back in April. Gilani will now not be a member of the parliament following this particular verdict. Well, that means he will also have to vacate the seat or chair of the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Also, the biggest news that we are tracking at this juncture, the Prime Minister of Pakistan will have to step down from office following a verdict by the Supreme Court. Now, this verdict has in fact come out after 2 months after he was convicted for contempt for refusing to ask the Swiss authorities to reopen corruption cases against the president. Mr. A.K. Doval, he was the petitioner in this case, is on the phone line with us. So thank you for talking to our channel at this juncture. Are you happy with this judgment?
Hello. You see, no, I haven't heard you much, but I tell you what was in the petition. It was a petition filed by an advocate of the Supreme Court. I was his counsel, his lawyer, and we had picked up the point that the Prime Minister of our country, he has been held guilty for committing the contempt of the court willfully, deliberately, and persistently. These are the findings of a 7-member bench of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. And in spite of that order, which was passed on 26th of April 2012, the Prime Minister was not leaving, not surrendering his position. He was sitting tight and he was holding on to the power. Then we filed a petition that he's a man who should know the law, and his advisors, they should tell him that he should surrender, because he is not any longer by virtue of a particular article in our constitution which says that if any member of the assembly, of course the Prime Minister is member of the assembly at the same time, if he is convicted for having ridiculed the judiciary, or having made fun of the judiciary, he is disqualified. This is the Article 63 of our Constitution. So, because this was not being done, and the man was sitting, so we went to the Supreme Court, and we said, sir, here the law is very clear. The judges issued a notice. The Prime Minister's lawyer argued the case for 2 days. The Attorney General of Pakistan argued it for 1 day, and that of the Speaker. Speaker has also given a ruling that he has not been disqualified. We said Speaker has nothing to do with it. Similarly is India. So we therefore, by the grace of God, today our petitions have submitted, and the Supreme Court has held that he is no longer the Prime Minister of the country from that very day that the announcement was made on 26th of April of his conviction. And the office of the Prime Minister is vacant. That's what the order has been passed.
So a landmark judgment. Can you break it down for us? What exactly was said in court today?
Sir, I'm not, lady, I'm not able to make out what you are saying.
So can you tell us exactly what the judge said in court today?
Kindly, if you have time and if you have a program, kindly check up me at 6 p.m. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you for talking to Headlines today. Mr. A.K. Doga, their petitioner and lawyer in the case, welcoming this judgment where, of course, the judiciary has asked, the Supreme Court has asked the Pakistan Prime Minister to step down from office, which in effect means the Pakistan Prime Minister, along with his entire cabinet, has to vacate office, is the latest news that we are tracking at this juncture. Now, this clearly comes 2 months after Gilani was convicted for contempt for refusing to ask the Swiss authorities to reopen the current cases against him for corruption against the president. With in effect of that conviction which had happened in May this year, the Supreme Court has asked the Pakistan Prime Minister to step down from the office of the Prime Minister of the country.